moving on, there's some more news about the Humble Game Studio. We talked about this on the last stream, but apparently there's some more information with the Humble Games. It's always some stuff happening on the background that ends up coming to light. So to read this article, said that Humble Game situation gets messier with claims of lies and damage control. You gotta love the lies and damage control. So, the original story said on Tuesday revealed that the layoffs were happening. We already covered that. But some it was like multiple articles that came out on the same day. So, it said despite many believing it was a closure of the publishing studio, the company put out a statement saying that it was a restructure rather than a closure. Excuse me. So, and it said now nearly 24 hours later, the situation is only getting messier. It said on Tuesday, former Humble Bundles creative lead Chris Radley posted on LinkedIn that the closure was not happening and it was not a restructure. Oh, he said what was happening, what it was not a restructure of operation. This is a total shutdown of Humble Games. So this is a creative lead. So he was like, hey, no, we ain't doing no restructuring. Like, nah, we going like a total shutdown. So he said he continued. Operations have been handed off to a third-party consultancy. No staff are left. Do not believe this AI message. So they said it was an AI message by Humble Games, written by the parent company of Humble Games, Ziff Davis, who was trying to mitigate pushback. This was once again a failure of leadership across the board, and once again, hardworking, talented staff are paying the cost for their poor decisions. Every ex-employee is being gaslit by this narrative, and it's so disrespectful. It said to continue on, what's more is that Aftermath was sent a recording that confirmed that all current Humble Games projects will be handled by the POW Group, which is a third-party company. Shame, shame, shame. Steve Horowitz, president of technology and shopping at Ziff Davis, said that the company failed multiple times to sell Humble Games before deciding to shut it down. And then Horowitz continues and said that attempts to sell the company didn't produce a viable offer or outcome. So damn, nobody wants to buy Humble Games, man. Sad. It then went on to say that the company has seen additional millions increase in development expenses, leading to very tough but necessary decision to restructure all of Humble Games. As such, we're going to use a third party to help us manage the slate moving forward, as well as the back catalog. As a result, all roles within Humble Games are going to be impacted. Despite being called a restructure, there are no employees left. So they reiterate this. There are no employees left at Humble Games. So how is there a restructure if there are no employees? If y'all fired every single person who used to work there. The company, for all intents and purposes, is no more aside from a name. Goddamn. That's all I saw today, unfortunately. Yeah, it's terrible. What up, homeless? Terrible. So like I said, man, it could have just been, hey, we're done. Like, it was still a bad situation when we talked about it before. That Humble Game just all of a sudden just laid off everybody. But to, hear the back and forth, they're like, oh, no, we didn't shut down. It's a restructure. We're going to restructure. Because I said there's always a buzzword, right? We're gonna just restructure. To now, people coming back and was like, no, that's not true. That's not true. So, hey, geez, man. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. But yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad. It's hell's everywhere you survive. I know, like it's happened in my job multiple times since I've been there. Probably gonna happen again while I'm there. So it's bad, man. It's bad. So that's that with that. But it's a shame, because we originally said that, McCain's was restructuring, and now they're like, nah, it's a total shutdown. Damn. What's going on, man? Video games industry is just getting cooked left and right. Pretty much any industry right now is getting cooked. So all right, and now more potential bad news. Video game voice and performance actors are going on strike over AI in game development. So we are not messing with AI in game development. It's been a hot topic. AI is going to be a hot topic for a while. So video game voiceover and performance actors are going on strike over the use of AI in video game development. SAG-AFTRA has announced. What up, Shadow? As of 12:01 on July 26th, which is today, members of the union will strike after more than 18 months of negotiations between the union and game studios under the interactive media agreements. It was just on July 22nd that the union national director was given authorization to call for an immediate strike after negotiations continued to stall. So remember when we talked about the actors, like actual actor, not the voice actors, were on strike, and they finally met into their demands. I remember that news also came out that the video game industry could also go on strike, and now it's happening. Now it is happening. So scary times, man, scary times. So to continue with the story, the sticking points of the current negotiations that ultimately led to this strike were AI protections for voiceover and performance actors. According to members of the negotiating committee on behalf of the actors, they believe that game studios don't want to protect their actors against a possible exploitation that exists with AI. I know that we've talked about before, EA, I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken, but I believe we talked about on the podcast, EA potentially having the rights or doing it really behind the voice actors' backs to use some of their voice actors' voices and stick them into other video games without their permission. So this is how, it probably came to this point where now the strike is happening. So he said, we're not going to consent to a contract that allows companies to abuse AI to the detriment of our members. Enough is enough. When these companies get serious about offering an agreement our members can live and work with, we will be there ready to negotiate. This came from the president, Fran Drescher. Frankly, it's stunning that the video game studios haven't learned anything from the lessons of last year. Yeah, I agree with that. That our members can and will stand up and demand fair and equitable treatment with respect to AI, and the public supports us in that. SAG-AFTRA National Executive Director and Chief Negotiator Duncan Crabtree Ireland said. In response to the call for a strike, the video game producers involved in the IMA negotiation released the following statement. Via spokesperson Audrey Cooling, we are disappointed the union has chosen to walk away, but we are so close to a deal. They always say they were so close. I mean, we heard that before, right? It's like, oh, we're close to a deal, when in reality they were so far. But they're not going to say that negotiations have stalled and we're not close. But saying we remain prepared to resume negotiations. We have already found common ground on 24 out of 25 proposals, including historic wage increases and additional safety provisions. Our offer is directly responsible to SAG-AFTRA's concerns and extends meaningful AI protection that include requiring consent and fair compensation to all performers working under the IMA. These terms are amongst the strongest in the entertainment industry. So we will see what happens with this, but do not be surprised if, all of a sudden voice acting in video games gets a little short, because there are going to be no voice actors. Majority of them are probably going to be a part of this union, and negotiations want to continue to stall. And we will see how long that this strike lasts. But as of today, the strike is active. So hopefully more games that are not done or that are just starting up do not get further delayed. But happening in our industry, it was almost inevitable, but it is happening. All right. CrowdStrike. I remember we talked about CrowdStrike. The world ended up getting crippled for almost a whole day. There's still some remnants of the CrowdStrike situation going on, but they apologize, y'all. They apologize. They say, sorry, our bad. And they're giving y'all $10 gift card. Like, what a crock of what? Why would y'all even do that? Y'all might not even giving anything. Like, what? Why would you give a $10 gift card? It's saying sorry. So they said on July 19th, the worldwide incident known as a blue screen of death affected millions of Microsoft computers, rendering them non-functional for several hours. Microsoft later revealed that the software update from CrowdStrike caused this incident. Recent developments have shown that CrowdStrike is offering the affected users a $10 gift card as an apology. I bet you they lost a lot of money that day. Bet you they lost a lot of money. And they say, hey, man, like, It's a peace offering. We'll give it $10 gift card. As I said, according to a report by TechCrunch, CrowdStrike's chief business officer Daniel Bernard emailed the affected user to acknowledge the blue screen incident between the 18th and the 19th. A screenshot of this email is now surfaced on X. I don't know why this is in Japanese. Jesus. To express their heartfelt thanks and apologies for the inconvenience, CrowdStrike wants to pay for the next cup of coffee or a late night snack for the impacted users with the $10 Uber Eats gift card. I want y'all to answer in the chat right now. What can you buy for $10 on Uber Eats? That's covering the delivery fee and that's covering the service charge. Are you kidding me? Shout out to Dan coming through with the raid. What can you buy for $10 on Uber Eats? A bunch of nothing. The hell y'all talking about? You could at least made it 20. Like 20 should be the minimum at this point. 20 should be the minimum. You're not doing anything with $10. Like you literally are getting a drink, and even still, it's going to cost more than the drink itself because the prices are already inflated on Uber Eats. Something that costs $3 will cost $5 on Uber Eats because your lazy ass don't want to drive and go get it. So you know, you're paying for that convenience, and then you're also paying a delivery fee, you're also paying a service fee, and then the tip. He's, I hope the train going good. It is, Dan, it is. So that's crazy, man. That's a slap in the face, to be honest, man. That's a slap in the face. Say that the factory users in the UK got $7.75. You ain't even get a full $10. Y'all got $7.75. You gotta love the conversions of money. Gotta love the conversions of money. Some users could successfully redeem the gift card from CrowdStrike, whereas some weren't as lucky. Oh my God, it gets even worse. So some weren't even able to redeem the card. Those who couldn't were met with an error message stating that the gift card has been canceled. Oh, they on some shit. It got canceled by the issuing party and is no longer valid. Oh, y'all are pieces of shit. That's crazy. Additionally, to prevent such incidents in the future, CrowdStrike informed the user that their cloud services have been improved to dramatically speed up the ability to make rapid communication to the sensor. Detailing that the incident and steps have been taken to prevent its reoccurrence. That's wild. That's wild. Not only did you spit in my face to give me a $10 gift card, but for some people they couldn't even redeem it. That's crazy. I don't know how many people use CrowdStrike around the world, but that's wild. You can't even get your $10. You can't even get that. You tell me I can't even get that? Yeah, I would be like, no, I would sue. I would sue for sure. For sure, sue, bro. I would sue. I'm like, nah, bro. Nah, y'all playing with me right now. Like, y'all not about to get my business. How much would they get from a clash? I don't know. Because a lot of people, it seems like be a lot of people affected, but something needs to happen. Something needs to happen, because at this point, it's unacceptable. And you made it worse. Let me be honest. You made it worse trying to give everybody a $10 gift card. A gift card that some people couldn't even redeem. That's crazy. Wow. I'm glad my job don't use CrowdStrike. I'm glad, because, oh boy, I said it before, man. It would have been a long day. Would have been a long day at work. All right, moving on. Oh, Overwatch says, speaking of Marvel rivals, Overwatch 2 is returning. You know, they're testing out 6v6. We're trying 6v6 again. You think that's going to get the people to come back and play? Apparently, a lot of people did not like the 5v5. A lot of people didn't like the 5v5s. We're testing 6v6 again. You know why they're doing it, right? You know why they're doing it, because they got Marvel rivals hot on their tail. You got to do something. So, to continue with the article, after nearly 2 years of community voicing frustration, Blizzard has announced that Overwatch 2 6v6 will be coming back. What up, King? This return comes in the form of new tests to decide if the game will permanently go back to 6v6 or stick with 5v5. The community has just once or twice suggested a test. The game director Aaron Keller said on the website, why not put various forms of 6v6 in the game? What up, Megas? In order to gauge the results, we agree, and based on your feedback, we're exploring how we can test different forms of 6v6 in the game to gauge the results. Then this article said, why hasn't Overwatch returned to 6v6? As far as why they will run tests on the mode instead of a full-scale return, there are a few reasons for this decision. The first, he says, is to make sure the game can be optimized for 12-player matches. There have been quite a few upgrades in addition to Overwatch 2 that have had an impact on the performance of the game. These range from new features like allied outlines and enabling healer vision by default. The addition of more technically demanding hero kits, as well as visual upgrades to UI, heroes, and maps. He added that in 6v6, the updates can cause performance issues on older systems. You're talking about the people playing on potatoes, huh? Okay, all right. The second big reason, which he said gives him anxiety about opening this Pandora's box thing. Is it really that serious? Involves match queue times as 6v6 becomes a permanent addition to the game. Okay, I can understand that part. All right. The team was not able to solve this issue previously. He said, while we have some ideas now, there's no guarantee that they will work. Is there a world where people are willing to live with long queue times to play this format? How long? I wonder how much longer are we talking? Because I don't remember when I was playing Overwatch 1 and playing the 6v6. I don't remember waiting a super long time to get into matches. I don't know how it is now, because I'm sure the player base is way lower from when I was playing back in the day, back at launch. But would the wait time really be that long if you bring it back to 6v6? I don't know. That PS4 players he met queue times alone. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, okay. Okay. Well, if that's true, then I mean, but that again, that's a testament to just the player base going down there, right? I would assume that would be the player base going down. So okay, I mean, it makes more sense then. That makes more sense. That rank could take a bit, but that's an even lower player pool. Roll queue takes a long time for DPS. Okay. All right. So makes sense. All right. He closed by saying that the Overwatch team goal is to continue to build a game that you want to play season after season, even if that means the return of 6v6. It sounds like they're desperate at this point. Like I said, Marvel Rivals is here. Everybody's excited about it. It's an IP that everyone knows. So, you know, it makes sense. New kid on the block. Everybody want to play it. Marvel Rivals is pretty fun. I like it. And I don't see myself going back to Overwatch anytime soon, especially with this Overwatch 2 that literally made no sense. You know, it literally made no sense to me to bring an Overwatch 2 and it's still Overwatch 1 and you don't have the co-op mode. You don't have the single player mode. Like, that's what I wanted to try out. And when you scrap that, I said, well, F this game. I definitely don't want to play it again. So I don't know. We'll see if 6v6 brings people back. I know that there, again, as I mentioned in this article, there were frustrations. There were some people that did not like it at all. And the player base just ended up tanking. But I think it was more of a testament to the decision to make an Overwatch 2 that wasn't really new. You know, that was really the start of the downfall. I don't think it was so much the 5v5 decision, you know, rather than just the bad decision of trying to make a new game when you could have just expanded on Overwatch 1 and not call it Overwatch 2. That's in my opinion. So only reason for free to play live service with battle pass, move more ongoing money. Yeah, so we're back to Overwatch 1.1. right. So we'll see if it brings people back. I'll be, you know, paying attention to this to see what happens. But again, speaking of Overwatch, speaking of Overwatch and more rivals, we got a new trailer. Here. So going to watch this joint. Oh, hey, watch this joint.
All right, let's start at the beginning. You may think you know this story, but not quite.
Doombox.
Oh, snarkies. The time stream is flarked.
Don't worry, help is on the way. Spider Box, go!
No, can y'all hear it? Oh, okay, y'all good? All right.
Mere illusion.
should have stayed away from
Trickster, feel my thunder! The futile struggle, even for gods. In the end, all will kneel before doom.
Disasters hurt the innocent the most. That's why we need heroes. No matter where they're from, or what their mission may be. When warriors cross paths, sparks fly. Cower before child. Chaos leads to confusion. But those
Let's go, BP.
will choose what's right.
Shout out to Corliss for the 70 months.
No matter how many foes they face, heroes will always rise above.
Such insignificant fools. Even from the future. Even from the past. No one rivals doom!
Man, that was great. That was a great trailer. Yeah, I agree with that, Dan. Our team was cooking. The only thing I don't like, I got nitpick on, the Doom looks amazing. I do like the art style for Doom there, and I'm assuming it's going to be, pretty similar when he ends up dropping. But I'm not the biggest fan of the Thor art though, because he reminded me more of Odin, to be honest. It looks like Odin just with the hammer. Like, I don't know why they decided to make Thor look like that. But that's my only nitpick. He does look more like Odin. He look more like your daddy. you look like your daddy. you look like your daddy. So that's the only thing I don't like. They probably could have made Thor look a little younger, but maybe it's whatever they decide to do. So yeah, old man Thor. Yeah, everybody was saying he look like your daddy. He look more like Odin. So we'll see. But I'm excited about Doom. I'm waiting to see what his move set is gonna be and all this stuff. I don't know if they added it. I don't know if they had a short on that, but probably not. Probably not on that. Let me see if they got something. But that trailer was dope though. I do like that. It's probably the only thing they got. Probably the only thing they got there. Yeah, that was it. Okay. But that's cool.